The Kharos graveyard is one of the most iconic locations in the Homeworld universe, known for the sheer scale of the ancient megastructures that surround it. These colossal relics were built by the Progenitors, a Type 3 civilization that vanished from the galaxy long before the galactic dating system even began. And despite the scale of their cosmic footprint, almost nothing is known about their fate. While Dune focuses on the politics of great houses, Homeworld follows civilizations as a whole. And it does so in such a brilliant way that you begin to care for an entire species as if they were your own. The story begins on Kharak, where a humanoid civilization, slightly more advanced than us, called the Kushan, discovers a derelict starship buried deep beneath the sands. This discovery marks the beginning of the Desert Wars, as the Galzian faction occupying the southern territory around the crash site moves to block the rest of the Kushan from gaining access. They believe that an attempt to reverse engineer the buried technology will invite retribution from the stars. For the northern Kushan, however, the technology sealed within the ship represents their only hope of escaping a dying planet. After years of brutal conflict, the Northern Coalition launches a decisive military campaign, ultimately killing the Galzian leader and securing the site. His last breath is a confession of regret and a fear that the planet's fate had been sealed, now that their return to space seemed inevitable. But the truth found inside the ruin is more terrifying than any religious myth. The wreck is one of many starships used thousands of years ago to exile their entire race from the galactic inner rim. And buried deep within the ship lies the very thing that caused their downfall: the hyperspace core, a piece of forbidden technology that grants instantaneous travel across the galaxy, and its use carries a single, ancient penalty: complete extermination. For the Kushan, however, that law has long been forgotten, lost to time across countless generations. All they know is that their origin is tied to Higara, their ancestral home. They now gaze toward the stars with optimism, and their society unites behind a single goal: constructing a massive self-sustaining mothership in Kharak's orbit. The vessel is designed to be entirely independent. It carries its own refinery for space resource utilization and an automated shipyard capable of manufacturing capital ships in mere weeks. A separate cryo module is engineered to transport 600,000 citizens in suspended animation. In every respect, the mothership is a generational lifeboat, capable of operating for centuries. Its heart is the hyperspace core, but it also requires a mind capable of controlling it. Artificial intelligence proves unreliable for this purpose, and so the ship demands a living consciousness to serve as its neural core. The only individual the Coalition trusts for such a role is Karen Sajet, a young neuroscientist from a lineage deeply tied to the rediscovery of their species' origins, a family that has sacrificed much for this cause. Despite her father's objections, she undergoes multiple surgeries to adapt her body for the neural transmitters that will bind her to the mothership. After months of integration, Karen Sajet becomes Fleet Command and the voice of a civilization preparing to reclaim its destiny. In preparation for the mothership's first hyperspace test, a science vessel named Karsalim is dispatched to the outer edge of the Kharak system, a journey that takes almost 10 years. But when the mothership completes its first jump to rendezvous with the spacecraft, there is only silence. A reconnaissance probe is sent to investigate, and it finds the ship's forward section torn apart. The recovered flight recorder soon reveals the truth: their entire system is under attack. Without hesitation, all ships are ordered to immediately dock with the mothership as Fleet Command initiates an emergency jump back to Kharak. By a cruel stroke of luck, the mothership's absence at the edge of the system spares it from the full-scale assault that unfolds that day. By the time it returns, their planet and nearly all orbital infrastructure is annihilated. Only one alien strike group is left behind, tasked with finishing off the last surviving orbitals. But the mothership's fleet arrives just in time to engage and capture one of their vessels. Its captain is interrogated and dies in the process, but not before critical information is extracted. It turns out the assault was carried out by a patrol group of the Titan Empire, whose captain claimed that the people of Kharak had violated a 4,000-year-old treaty forbidding them from developing hyperspace technology. Although Kharak planetary defenses heavily damaged the attacking fleet, the remaining Kushan are too weak to pursue them, so the decision is made to plot a course into remote asteroid belt, where they can hide until a stronger military force is assembled. Unbeknownst to them, another alien civilization called the Bentusi has been tracking their hyperspace jumps since the initial test. The Bentusi are the oldest alien civilization in the galaxy, and the only species to possess unsanctioned hyperspace far jump technology, mostly because the ban could never be enforced on them. Not only are they the most powerful race, they also have no homeworld to lose, and exist entirely within massive ships that leap through space. Despite their status, however, they use their lethal force only defensively, and rarely involve themselves in conflicts of other civilizations. But they have a history of indirectly supporting or even arming one race against another. The pragmatic reason for this detachment is simple. While no single species can defeat them on their own, a united galaxy might. They also oppose direct intervention and seek to preserve balance through subtle power plays. The destruction of Kharak, however, changes their stance. Something about the scale of the atrocity, the implications of the mothership's activation and consequent escape into hiding, forces the Bentusi to break their usual protocol. They soon detect a fleet of tyrannic raiders, an aggressive alien race loyal to Titan Empire, moving toward the same asteroid belt the mothership is hiding in. It is within this asteroid belt that they approach the mothership, offering advanced military technology and a warning.
Tyrannic raiders, servants of the Titan, are arriving. They must not learn of our contact. We must depart. All that moves is easily heard in the void. We will listen for you. Farewell.
By saying we will listen for you, the Bentusi are essentially declaring to be their eyes and ears for the foreseeable future. Armed with their technology, the Kushan fleet repels the tyrannic raiders, securing the asteroid field vital for the much-needed construction of new frigate-class ships. As new vessels roll off the automated shipyard, more colonists are awakened from cryo-sleep to crew and support them. This slows progress, as the newly awakened colonists require extensive training before they can serve effectively. Once a sufficiently powerful strike force is assembled, Fleet Command concludes that hunting down the Titan patrol group responsible for Kharak must take priority. Their decision is not driven by vengeance alone. Using decrypted data from the captured vessel, they track the patrol fleet's location. Led only by a carrier, the enemy group lacks the capability to manufacture capital ships the way the mothership can, and it remains in a damaged state. This will be their first true confrontation with the enemy, and a battle they cannot afford to lose.
We hear nothing there. Even the Titan fear the great Nebula. No one returns.
That's the warning given to the Kushan as they prepare for their journey. Their home planet is gone. Their fleet, centered around a single mothership, is all that remains of their civilization. After escaping annihilation using forbidden hyperspace technology, they managed to track down and destroy the Titan patrol group responsible for the attack. But it's a hollow victory. That force was only a fragment of a much larger empire, now on high alert. Their only hope is Higara, their ancestral home near the galactic core and deep inside enemy territory. With every conventional route under Titan control, Kharak Sajet proposes a risky alternative, a course through the Great Nebula. It is a vast region of extremely dense clouds of cosmic dust and gas. Visibility and communication are severely limited, and even the Titan possess no knowledge of what lies within, making it the only unguarded stretch along their border. The Kushan can't risk a far jump yet, as Titan-controlled space is saturated with hyperspace inhibitors. If the mothership were to emerge within range of one of these, it would be unable to jump out again, effectively becoming trapped deep within enemy territory. Even with short jump capability, the Titan fleet would likely arrive long before the Kushan can locate and destroy the inhibitor. So instead, the fleet must advance gradually, jump by jump, into the unknown. When the Kushan finally enter the Great Nebula, they are met with a breathtaking sight, with vast clouds of luminous gas stretching in every direction. But this beauty is deceptive. Sensor interference spikes almost immediately. Communications begin to break down, and the fleet is forced to halt and recalibrate before advancing any further. And that's when it happens. Another mothership short jumps just several clicks away, and moments later, a small vessel is detected, moving directly towards them. In response, the Kushan dispatch an ambassador ship to make first contact.
This is the Garden of Kadesh. For 13 generations we have protected it from the unclean. The tyrannic raiders who came before you refused to join and were punished for this trespass. Like theirs, your ship has already defiled this holy place. If you have come to join, we welcome you, and will spare you your ship until all have disembarked. If you have come to consume the garden, you will be removed at once. What are your intentions?
We were unaware of the significance of this location. We mean no conflict. Please allow us time to prepare our engines so that we may withdraw as requested.
If you will not join, then die. There is no withdrawal from the garden.
After a fierce battle and heavy losses, the Kushan managed to repel the Kadeshi strike force. But they know the danger is far from over, and more enemy ships could arrive at any moment. Before they can depart, however, sensors detect a vessel signature identical to the Kartoba, an ancient starship once uncovered beneath the sands of their home planet. Further investigation reveals a surprising truth. The Kushan and Kadeshi share the same origin. While the Kartoba made its way to Kharak, the exiles on this sister ship chose instead to remain hidden within the Great Nebula. To survive, they developed hyperspace inhibitors, pulling passing ships out of hyperspace and salvaging their technology. Over countless generations, this practice evolved into the foundation of their entire civilization, shaping not only their way of life, but also becoming their religion. Unfortunately, in order to pass through the Great Nebula, the Kushan are forced to destroy all Kadeshi motherships, effectively bringing annihilation upon their own kin. Kharak Sajet attempts to plead for unity, but her efforts fall on deaf ears.
The hyperdrive technology left to us by our ancestors is identical to yours. The homeworld we seek may be yours as well.
You will fail. The evil that drove us here will find and destroy you. From you they will know of us and come here. This cannot come to pass.
The Kadeshi fear of being discovered by the Titan was so great that it has reshaped their entire worldview. Over generations, they have come to deify them as the great galactic evil. Following their defeat and with the path ahead finally open, the Kushan prepare to enter the outer territories of the Empire. Their plan is to attack a massive supernova research station, where radiation levels are so extreme that the Titan are unlikely to deploy a large fleet. This particular supernova is highly unusual, remaining active for years, a true galactic anomaly. Even hundreds of light years away, the station requires heavy shielding oriented toward the blast. It is a risky maneuver for the Kushan fleet, but a necessary one. Their objective is to extract as much tactical intelligence from the station as possible before jumping deeper into enemy space. Facing only limited resistance, the operation is a major success. They gain valuable insight into Titan military movements and fleet composition across the Empire. Among the recovered data, they also intercept a coded transmission.
You have failed to keep the Exiles from penetrating the outer perimeter. This could be disastrous. You will find and destroy them immediately. Our spies believe that the Bentusi have interfered. They must not be allowed to bring this matter to the Council and gain support for the Exiles.
The Council is a galactic body of delegates representing every major civilization, similar to the Landsraad from Dune, but with far greater political weight. Even the Titan Empire cannot openly defy it without risking isolation or internal fracture. If the Bentusi bring news of the Higaran return before the Council, it could severely limit the Titan's ability to destroy them. The Kushan would no longer be seen as scattered exiles, but as a legitimate civilization reclaiming its place. Not only could the Kushan gain support from other civilizations, but such exposure might also ignite rebellion within the Empire itself. Acting on this intelligence, and knowing the Bentusi are now a target, the Kushan move with haste, executing a far jump to intercept their mothership. But when they arrive, they find it already under assault by a large Titan fleet. Kharak Sajet and Fleet Command both recognize that the Bentusi are not just allies, they are their greatest chance for survival. Without them, the Kushan remain isolated and easily erased. But with their support, they gain legitimacy and a chance to turn the wider galaxy against the Empire. There is no hesitation. They commit their entire force to their defense. Through coordinated strikes and pressure, they break the Titan assault and force the fleet into retreat, saving the Bentusi mothership. With such powerful allies willing to bring their cause before the Galactic Council, the Titan Empire now faces a threat that can no longer be quietly crushed. But the journey is far from over. The Empire still commands the greatest military force in the galaxy, and Emperor Ristu IV has no intention of surrendering power. Under the command of Kharak Sajet, the Kushan have so far triumphed against impossible odds, and the final stage of their campaign is about to begin. Following the battle for the Bentusi, the fleet prepares for a hyperspace jump directly into the Higaran sector. Unbeknownst to them, however, rebellion is already brewing within the Empire. In anticipation of their arrival, the Titan heavy destroyer Capella, under the command of Captain Elson, joins the Imperial forces gathering near the galactic core. Officially, the ship is there to help crush the returning exiles. In reality, Elson is on a covert mission to help the Kushan escape the trap and link up with the rebel fleet in a remote region known as the Karos Graveyard. He understands what many within the rebellion are beginning to realize. The Kushan alone are not yet strong enough to defeat the Titan. If Higara is to be liberated, they will need allies, not only beyond the Empire, but from within it as well. The plan unfolds exactly as expected. The Kushan fleet is pulled out of hyperspace by Titan gravity wells, emerging directly into an Imperial ambush. After surviving the initial assault, the destroyer Capella breaks formation and transmits a message directly to the mothership.
I am Group Captain Elson of the destroyer Capella. The Titan Empire has become decadent and corrupt over the centuries. The the use of the forbidden atmosphere deprivation device on your planet finally triggered the rebellion. Help me get access to the rebellion's communication network. I will show you a way through the defenses surrounding your homeworld. Take me to the ship graveyard at Keros. Hidden in a derelict, there is a relay I can use with your help. The rebellion waits for my sign to move into its next phase.
The Keros graveyard is a vast, dead region of space, surrounded by ancient megastructures, so enormous they dwarf even the largest gas giants. They were built by the Progenitors, an impossibly advanced civilization that arrived from beyond the known galaxy. After constructing these colossal relics, they vanished without a trace. All that remains are their autonomous machines, which, despite the passage of countless millennia, continue to carry out their ancient protocols with surprising precision. Their technology is so advanced that nearly every construct they left behind remains fully operational. Most of these robotic vessels are programmed to defend the derelicts and structures scattered throughout the sector, attacking anything that moves. And they are so resilient that even Titan corvettes struggle to destroy far smaller Progenitor drones. But perhaps their most significant legacy is the immense network of hyperspace gates stretching across the entire galaxy. Though their purpose and potential have yet to be fully understood, these gateways will one day play a pivotal role in the future of the Higaran people. For now, the Kushan know only that the Titan avoid the Keros graveyard because it is extremely hazardous. That danger makes it an ideal refuge point for the rebellion, even with the constant threat of Progenitor automata. Deadly as they are, the machines are also predictable. Given enough time, their patrol patterns can be mapped and safe corridors charted through the graveyard. After reaching the communications relay station hidden inside one of the derelicts, Captain Elson signals all rebel squadrons to prepare for the coming assault. The coordinates to the weakest hyperspace inhibitor are then given to the Kushan, who destroy it and open a safe corridor straight into the Higaran system. In one final attempt to stop the Exiles from reaching their ancestral home, the Titan once again pull the mothership out of hyperspace and directly into the path of a massive asteroid. But when the object is destroyed with relative ease, Fleet Intelligence realizes it's likely just a delaying tactic to buy the Empire enough time to concentrate its forces around the planet. Because the Titan lack far-jump capability, many of their squadrons take time to arrive. The Kushan, by contrast, are already at the gates. Yet the moment they emerge in orbit above Higara, Kharan Sajet's life support systems are remotely sabotaged. As biotech teams rush to get her out and save her life, the fleet has to take charge and defend the mothership. To the Kushan, Kharan Sajet is more than just fleet command. After the destruction of their planet, she became a constant presence, guiding the fleet through every danger on their long journey home. To many, she has become almost a messianic figure. Her sudden silence shakes the fleet. But the knowledge that she may still survive becomes the thread holding the morale together. The Imperial counterattack is overwhelming. Destroyer after destroyer closes on the mothership, intent on ending the Kushan journey, once and for all. With their leader unconscious and their future hanging in the balance, the Kushan form a defensive wall around the mothership, determined that nothing will break through. As losses mount on both sides, Elson's fleet jumps in with heavy destroyers and frigates, tipping the balance at the decisive moment. Together, they shatter the Imperial assault and destroy the Titan flagship, delivering the final blow to the Emperor. Shortly after the final offensive, Kharan Sajet was successfully revived, waking to the sound of victory. Their home, at last, is theirs again. This was the lore of the first Homeworld game. If you'd like to see more, let us know in the comments below.